If you're looking to make a dramatic departure from the factory taillights on your 2015 and newer F-150 that is equipped with the blind spot information system, then these smoke taillights here from Light Bar are certainly going to be worth a look. Now, these taillights will feature a black housing but with a very dark smoke lens, and of course the combination of the high intensity red and white LEDs and accent lighting, all for the low to mid $300 price point. Installation itself, guys, is going to be a simple bolt-on, plug-and-play job here, so figure solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and an hour at most to get in place from start to finish, as we'll demonstrate later in the video. So maybe you've busted up the factory taillights in your rig, or you're just in the mood to go with something a little bit more aftermarket in appearance. These lights are certainly going to be worth checking out. Now, the first thing that you guys will notice here is the combination of that black ABS housing, but topped off with the very dark smoke lens, which I will say makes for an awesome and very aggressive combination. But going a little further into the appearance, you'll notice 2 blocks here for the most part, separated by the LED trim. Now, the top portion is going to be your red LEDs. That's going to handle braking, turn signals, and so on. And the bottom portion here, you're going to find individual white LEDs, which will of course handle your backup duties. Now, the radar for the factory blind spot information system does get transferred from your stock taillights over to the new Light Bar options. There is a spot for them to go. But without a doubt, guys, my favorite part of these taillights will be the diffused LED that will shine red, of course. And that's pretty much everywhere you see the white portion of the taillights themselves. Now, I agree, I think it looks a lot better when they're actually on and the red as opposed to the white. But again, whenever you're driving your truck, pretty much those portions will be illuminated with the diffused red LED lighting and just will make for a very cool look. Now again, the lights do feature everything needed to get up and running on your F-150 at home, with the exception of those blind spot information sensors. Again, those will need to be transferred over to the new taillights that we have here. But outside of that, harness is completely plug and play, and the taillights will mount just like the factory taillights you will be replacing. So, great time to talk about the install, right? Solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. And for a better idea of what you're going to be in store for in the garage or driveway, check out our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown right now. Tools used for this installation include a 1/4 inch ratchet, 7mm socket, 8mm socket, and a cordless gun or 3/8 ratchet. All right, so we're going to be swapping out our blind spot taillights here today for the Light Bar options. Now, a couple things to keep in mind, guys. All of your work is going to primarily be done with an 8mm socket. I'm using it on a cordless impact with a torque turn way down, but you can use a ratchet or whatever you have lying around. Very easy swap. All we're going to do is drop our tailgate to access the 2 8mm bolts in order to remove our factory taillights right now. With our tailgate down, now we can access the 2 8mm bolts. With our bolts removed, now we're going to slide the entire taillight assembly towards the rear of the truck to release the clips in the back. With our taillight assembly out, now we can remove the factory harness from the taillight. So with the harness removed, now you can move over to a table or something similar. Lay a towel down so you don't scratch anything up. And now we're going to remove the blind spot module from our factory taillight in order to transfer it over to the new Light Bar options. This is actually a 7mm socket, so we're going to remove these bolts next. With our bolts removed, now we can gently pry the module up and away from the assembly. There is a harness in here that we will need to unplug before completely removing the assembly. All right, now we have our new light bar LED tail light. We have our OE blind spot module. Now we're just simply going to reinstall this into our new tail light, making sure we start with the harness first. With our harness connected, simply drop the module in, making sure to line up all of your bolt holes. And there is a little rubber gasket on there to help keep moisture out, so you will feel that seat as you put some pressure on it. With our module completely seated in the new light bar housing, grab our 7mm bolts and reinstall. With our tail light ready to rock, now we're just going to grab our factory harness and connect it to our light bar harness right here. With our harness connected, now we can simply reinstall our new light bar housing in reverse order, sliding it towards the front of the truck, making sure to seat the clips in the rear. All right, time for the home stretch. We're just going to reinstall our two 8mm screws or bolts here and then tighten them back up with our gun. And with that final bolt tightened up, our right side here is wrapped. Simply repeat that process on the driver's side and your installation is complete. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed this review and install of the light bar smoked LED taillights available for your 2015 through 17 F-150 equipped with the blind spot information system. And keep in mind, if you want more cool products and videos like this, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.